So talk a little bit about, they brought Dante Moore in and Dylan this year. Talk about the relationship between the quarterback room with you having these new faces in this year after Bo was here last year.
Right. I mean, bringing those two guys in, I think definitely just helped our room, honestly. Just the competition every day. At practice, you see it. We're just all trying to, make our room be the best. And I think that on the field, it's making each of us better for this season.
Where do you think you've seen the most personal growth for you on the field in the last year?
Just my knowledge for the game and control of the offense. Like from year one to year two, the confidence you go out there with, you're able to just play your game and execute our offense to the best of your ability.
Slows down a little bit for you?
Oh, for sure. Yes, sir.
Speaking of confidence, how was the spring game for you in terms of maybe creating some of that and proving to yourself that in those kind of moments that you could perform the way you did?
Right. I mean, it's just kind of all the work we put in for spring, being able to just display it with the crowd out there. And I think that, the offense definitely slowed down, like I said, and I was able to just go out there and have fun.
How was your relationship with, I know you and Will have known each other for a long time. How's that grown now, playing with him and being, I guess, in his room for about a year?
I mean, I think for him coming in his first year, trying to install an offense, and then now the second year, we're kind of just getting the new guys up to speed. All the veterans kind of know what's going on, so it's definitely slowed down for most of the players that have been here, and it's getting fun for sure. We're excited for fall camp. So
you had JPJ snapping to you guys last year, now Poncho this year. What's it like to have that kind of consistency at the center position for a quarterback who you guys play in the shotgun? And so that's something that matters.
Right, and we mix it up, under center shotgun, but I think that Poncho having snaps last year definitely helped, and he's ready for this year. Just going out and the walkthroughs and fall camp, get some snaps with him, I think he's ready. So
between Bo last year and Dylan this year, you're going to be playing alongside guys that have started like 200 college football games. What has that experience been like from your perspective, having them in the room with you and being able to learn from guys like that?
I mean, just that experience, like Bo, especially last year, just the way that you prepare for games and how he went into every game. He was super detailed, always prepared, and so to see that, when my time comes, I'll be ready.
Dante was saying you guys kind of refer to him as uncle, or he kind of carries on kind of a different role because you got a bunch of younger guys and he's whatever he is age-wise. Talk about kind of that dynamic and how valuable that can be.
Yeah, I mean, he's, like you said, played in a bunch of games. He has experience, won many. And so I think same thing with Bo. Like, just the way that they prepare and go into each game is something to take note of so that when your time comes, you can kind of take after them and see how you do win big games.
I'll ask Dante this too. I'm curious. Dylan does the dime time thing, which seems like a great way to kind of build chemistry and relationships. Is that seeing a veteran guy do that and the success that it creates? Is that something that you think you would like to do?
Oh, for sure. I think that, whether that's getting with your O-line or with the skill guys, it's something that you definitely need to do just because you're with them, majority of the year and all year. So to have that connection and build that bond right before the season, it was cool to get down there to Grants Pass and have a good time.
So Kenyon was just here. What's it like to have a guy that's that versatile and talented to be able to throw the ball to in your receiving core?
It's awesome. I mean, we use him in a bunch of different ways. He's super fast. Catch radius is good, and I think his best trait is just the ball in his hands. So we're going to find ways to get it to him this year and use him in a lot of ways.
Any true freshmen standing out on receiver core?
Yeah, I mean, all the, Dylan Gresham, Ryan Pelham, even St. Paul, a walk-on who's really just come in here, dove into the playbook, and he's looking really good.
How's McClellan looking?
He's looking good. I haven't got to see too much of him. I threw him a couple in the spring game, but coming off of injuries, almost back, so it should be good.
Tez just said the only difference between Bo and Dylan is that Bo's taller. Can you break it down on a little bit more technical level than that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that their game is somewhat similar, but at the same time, I think their personalities are just completely different. But then when you see them on the field, like the way that they attack each practice that's where they get similar. Because Bo is super flat, and then at times he would pop a joke. But Dylan, I mean, you never know what you're gonna get out there. He's gonna have jokes for you. So, but I think from the way that they play the game, they're both just leaders out there and gonna take control when we need them.
Does Dylan actually tell jokes, or he just has the personality where it's like he's playful?
No, yeah, he's just got that
joking personality.
He's just got that joking personality that he's gonna make you laugh for sure.
Is there a difference in release points for them? I mean, obviously there's going to be difference based on the height, but do they have different release ways that changes?
Not that I noticed, but I mean, I know that the receivers, the ball spins different from a lefty from a righty. So, I think they got used to that from spring ball, and I think they're ready and adjusted for it.
And I think I've seen Dylan do a lot more of the different arm angles when he's trying to make a play than Bo was really mechanical in making sure that
and I think Bo was mechanical, and then at times he could change that arm slot when needed. But yeah, Dylan's super athletic and can make all the throws.
What's your favorite part of the state, since you're from a different state?
I would say just getting outside. We love to golf when we have the free time, or fish, or just enjoy the outdoors.
Where do you like to fish at? This is stuff the fans actually will know.
We go all over. Been to local ponds, Donors Ponds, the Willamette, wherever I can get to. I want to get to, I think it's Triangle Lake. Heard that there's some good fish in there, so all over.
There is.
Well, you're an outdoors guy, but have you been able to play the new Ultra Bowl video game?
I have.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You played it yourself?
I have.
How's that?
It's cool. I think that my mannerisms on there are pretty similar, so it's just fun to, when you go home. I was just back home playing with my buddies, put myself in. You're yelling at the TV because you made a mistake or something, but it definitely brings excitement to the game, and it's cool that it's brought back now.
How'd your summer go?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Gained some weight with Coach Love and the strength staff, and so really looking for the season.
You probably answered this, but where have you focused on and honed in on improving your game this offseason?
I would say just the mental side, like from the playbook to leadership on the field, taking charge, and having control to just take our offense all the way down the field and put points on the board.
What's it been like with the new quarterback group, if you will, this year? Dylan coming in, just Dante coming in a little bit different.
Like I said, I think it's just brought better competition, honestly. Like, we're always trying to make each other better, and I think that throughout this spring ball, you've seen that we've all just kind of taken steps in the right direction, which is going to excel our room.
So Coach Lanning talked about fellowship when he was at Big 12 Media Days, the way that the players get together for fellowship. Talk about how those activities, not just that you're bonding, but talk about how that helps you grow as a person by being able to meet all these people from different areas, different cultures, different backgrounds, and use that as a way to kind of grow as a person.
Yeah, I think one way we meet is our get reels, like just sitting down and talking about life, like not even football. And you hear stories from different players that you might not talk to on a daily basis. So really to hear their story and where they came from, it just makes that bond closer, so you know what they're going through or where they've been. And, I think that's something great that we do as a team.
Without giving away too much of what's one of the people that really surprised you in those Get Real meetings?
There's been a couple. I couldn't give you. We've had some over the years that have really got up there and spoke and just had a background that you wouldn't expect. And there's been several. None to name drop, but just you're surprised, and so you have a different level of respect for them and how they come each and every day to practice. It's cool to see.
And you're the one throwing to them every day, so how have you seen the receivers and tight ends improve on the team too?
Our tight ends, they have a different mentality when they come in. Ferg, Pat, Kenyon, and even our young guys, Roger and those guys. I think they really just try to get 1% better every day, and with Coach Maringer, this spring ball, they really just took a next level, and I think they're catching and run after catch. They're all elite athletes.
Heard a lot of good early stuff about Roger. Heard a lot of good early stuff about Roger. Talk a little bit more about his growth. He seems like he's really hit the ground running with the program.
He did. He picked up the playbook pretty fast, and he's still got a lot to learn. But I think that if he just has a good fall camp, we might can see him getting in and helping us this year. I think he's got a good versatile blocking and then being able to release and make big plays down the field.